Hello and welcome to my weekly video blog, and today on A Vogel Talks Menopause I'm going to be talking about, can the menopause cause sun sensitivity? If you like my tips and advice, then please subscribe and remember to hit the bell icon so you can be notified of all my new videos. This is some question that I tend to get every summer. A lot of women find that during the perimenopause, menopause and postmenopause, they suddenly start to burn in the sunshine. They can't take a tan. They come out in itchy rashes and they just don't enjoy being out in the sun so much. So what I thought I'd do today is look at why this may happen and what you can do to protect yourself, but also ways to take advantage of the sun, which is really important for you too. The reason this can happen is we know that falling estrogen can affect the skin in lots of different ways. It not only makes the skin drier, but your skin tends to get that little bit thinner. So it's going to be much more sensitive to sunlight, which means it's going to burn quicker, it's going to be more reactive, and it's also going to take longer to heal if you do get sunburn. So the skin also during menopause produces less melanin, and melanin is the color of the skin that you get when you tan. So if you go out in the sun, your skin goes a bit darker, and it's that pigmentation that then helps to protect your skin from getting burnt further. So if you produce less of this, you are going to burn much quicker in a shorter space of time. Also, thinning skin means that it's going to react more generally to sunlight. So you only need to be out when the sun's lower, when the sun's not as hot, to get the same reaction that maybe you would have done if you were going abroad on holiday. Women also find that they get more sunspots. They may find they start to get blotchy marks on their skin. This is sometimes called liver spots. And again, these can be very dark, very often due just to too much sun exposure. They can also get itchy skin, rashes, prickly heat, nettle rash. There's all sorts of different names for this particular one. Again, it may be something that just suddenly appears. They've been fine beforehand, but then all of a sudden they're getting very uncomfortable skin. The skin protection tips here is look for natural sunscreens. This is really important because commercial sunscreens tend to have a huge number of chemicals in them. So remember, if your skin is thinner, if it's drier, it's also going to be more sensitive to anything that you put on it. Natural sunscreens in this day and age will work just as well as the commercial ones. And obviously are going to possibly cause less irritation to your skin. Remember to try, though, and have some time out in the sun before you put your suntan cream on. The only way our skin can produce vitamin D is to get direct sunlight. It can be very difficult depending on where you are in the world as to how hot your sun is at any particular point in the day. For me, living in Scotland, I can quite happily go out in the morning for 2 to 3 hours without suntan cream on to get my little fix of vitamin D, and then I will put sun cream on if the day starts to get really hotter. If you are swimming, you really need to apply your suntan cream every couple of hours and try and get water-resistant ones as well. Avoid the sun at its hottest, avoid the sun in the midday, because that's when most damage is likely to occur in the shortest space of time. A good tip is if your shadow is shorter than you, that's the point that you should be seeking shade. Wear a sun hat. There are some absolutely gorgeous sun hats around now that look really nice, and with a pair of shades you can just look the job on the beach. It's really important your ears and your nose and your face are so sensitive. I know for me, if I'm somewhere too hot, my nose will burn within about 15 minutes. So I'm really careful, especially at the hottest part of the day, or if I'm going to be out and about, if I'm walking, that I wear a hat and send plenty of sunscreen on my face. You may also find that if you're getting that little bit of prickly heat, rashes on the face, Nettle is a lovely natural antihistamine. In the summer, if you are prone to rashes, then a cup or two of nettle tea every day can be quite a helpful thing to have. Also check any medications that you are on, because some of them may increase skin sensitivity. So that could be something like certain antibiotics, blood pressure medication, anti-inflammatory medication as well. So if this is something that's just suddenly appeared and you've recently started a new course of medication, just check the patient information leaflet. So I hope you found this one helpful. We want to enjoy the sunshine with all the great benefits that it gives, not just for vitamin D, but to help us relax and to help to make our mood feel better. Sunshine, I know for me, it's always a really great mood booster. If any of you have any other tips that you find really helpful when you're on holiday or when you're out and about, please share them, because we would love to hear about them. And until then, I will see you next week for another edition of A. Vogel Talks Menopause.